Thanks for joining me today at Kim's Nest. Today I don't have a scrapbook project, but I have a journal project. And I am going to use the Hannah Montana cartridge. And we are going to be using, let's see, this is page 67. We're going to use this cut and this shadow cut today. So let's get started. For time's sake, I have gone ahead and pre-cut my Hannah Montana cuts. I cut them out. Using my shadow feature. I cut this out at 10 inches, and then using the regular button, I used a little bit lighter purple paper, and I cut that out at 10 inches also. So the first thing we're going to do is glue that together. Get my little, I just recently got this. I was using paper and I thought, what a waste. So I found this at Michael's, used my 40% off coupon, and so now anytime it gets all dirty and everything, all I have to do is wipe it off after each use, and I'm not wasting paper every time. For the bigger areas, I'm using my ATG gun, and then for the smaller areas, I'm going to use my two-way zig glue. The thing about the two-way zig glue, you got to work fast. And we want this to stick really good. We're going to take our other Hannah Montana, our shadow, and put that right on top there. I also pre-glued her nose and lip down. Okay, so there we go. We have Hannah Montana all cut out. Okay, we're going to place that to the side. The next thing that you're going to need is, we're going to get some ribbon. I'm going to use this green ribbon, and I'm just going to measure this around the book because I want to be able to tie it closed when I'm done. So you just figure out about how much you want, and go ahead and cut that. And then let's see, I want that about even. So I'm going to just use my ATG gun and run a strip across here about midway, and place my ribbon there. I'm doing this before I put my cardstock on here because this is something I don't really want anybody to see. Just going to go ahead and take this right on around. Off a little bit, but that's okay. Alright, so we got that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out the front of our cover, and that will be you can actually go ahead and cut out your front and your back, and that will be 9 3/4 by 6 3/4 if you use this size notebook. If you use something smaller, you can just do the measurements yourself. So we're just going to put our glue on here. I really like using the ATG gun, but there's a lot of it. Okay, then you're going to cut the binder cover, and I chose a coordinating piece. Actually, if you watched my previous video, you're probably going to recognize this paper as one of my bargain finds from this weekend. But our binder is going to be cut at 9 3/4 by 1.5 inches. And then you're going to take your scorer. I used my score pal, and I scored at 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch. You want to make sure that you get a lot of adhesive on this because this is going to get hopefully it will get a lot of use. And You want it to stick really good. So I'm really gluing this down. Okay, then you're going to place this on your binder here. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip this open, and as you see, it's got for the parts of speech and perfect punctuation, and that's not really something that I want to show. So I'm going to cut an inside piece, and I cut this at 7.5 by 6 3/4. You could go ahead and cut 2 of these at the same size, because that will be the same size for the back. Now, I wanted mine to have a pocket, so I went ahead and cut a coordinating piece of cardstock, and I cut that at 7.5 by 5 1/4. And let's see, which way do I want to go? I think I want it to go this way, so I'm going to just run my glue around 3 of the edges. I actually saw this idea in a magazine when I was shopping this weekend at Michael's, and this is different. It had like a pattern in it, and that was really about the only thing in the magazine or catalog that I wanted. So I thought, I think I can go home and get my Cricut out. And see, there you got a nice little pocket to put things in. So we're going to go ahead and do the back the same way. Okay, we're back. So we have our inside pocket made, and we did the same in the back. You don't have to put this pocket in the back if you don't want it. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and tie this just so it stays closed for me. And we're going to begin to decorate, which is my favorite part. Okay. We have our Hannah Montana, and if you like, you could ink it around the edges to make it stand out a little bit more. Whatever you feel most comfortable with. But I kind of want her to go off the side of my page, because I want it to be more about the figure and not just about her. And I'm hoping everybody doesn't recognize that she's Hannah Montana. So I'm going to mark about right here where I want to cut that, and as soon as I find my cutter, we will cut some of that off. So let's move this to the side. I'm just using a Frisker's cutter that I got at my local Michael's here, and I'm just going to line this up because I kind of want her hand to still be in it. Like that. And cut off what I don't want. Okay. Bring our journal back over. So now you have a flat cut there. I guess her head can hang off a little bit. You could use pop dots if you want, but I think I'm just going to use my ATG gun and just put her down for now. So there you go. Now, if you wanted to fancy it up, you could use some stickles on this. You could put more ribbon on it. You could put some little flowers on it. There's a ton of things you could do. You could even take, let's see, your kitchen. If you have the My Kitchen cartridge, it has little tabs. You could cut those out, and you could divide up your pages, like, you know, by dates, or more breakfast, lunch, and dinner, or food and exercise and weight loss, however you want to do that. And one thing I forgot to mention is that you